yet another YouTube video. Yes, we are back with Calibur 6. As you can see, we're going to, well, as you will see actually, we're going to return to the story. Excuse me. Sorry, I just had dinner recently. As soon as we get through this. TikTok. Okay. And we'll get into the last character story that we have yet to mention to at the start of I'm sorry. All the way down. From here we're going to go into Hwang's story. However, we're also going to cover... Actually, no, we're just going to go into Hwang's story for now. I'll say this before we start. I enjoy the... I'm really enjoying the outfit that they gave him. It looks so cool. I mean, come on, you can't tell me I'm wrong. Okay. Seong-Gyeong, Chapter 1. It's 1990. Savior. Shadows. And listen to my video Seong-Gyeong's campaign. Notice the voice for Hwang.
Darkness envelops the moonless night. One man's blade flashes like lightning, his spirit a raging storm. From the shadows, he cuts through the darkness.
Right. Everything looks good here. I am bored to tears out.
Sorry. I just need you to take a little nap. Concealment talisman's damaged. Was there a magical barrier? Well, it got me this far. The talisman indicates I'm close. Now's my chance.
Lord Gabak, our country needs you!
Bring us the sword of salvation and free our people!
Beloved compatriots of the Society of Salvation, as you are no doubt aware, our homeland is in peril. Only we Westerners and the Society of Salvation can save it. Fortunately, I know where Soul Edge, the sword of salvation, lies.
Oh? Then that means...
The day we attain this great power is close at hand, but your assistance is needed. I, Hwang Gabak, solemnly swear to make your dreams of salvation a reality. Now pray to the medium to lend us your strength.
Spare nothing for the glory of our nation!
By the way, I know who that is. And not just because I played through this before.
What is this light?
My body... it's... burning... Must... kill...
What's going on?
Help!
But did you notice how Calibur space?
Good! Good! Now go forth and kill! Harvest more souls for the fragments of Soul Edge. All who remain able-bodied shall help save this land. Kill, and kill some more! Cleanse this land of filth!
You sure do love a spectacle. What will you do if a high-ranking Westerner catches wind of this?
Relax. My magic is keeping us hidden. No one will find us here. Though it would seem someone has found us. Who's there? Oh, it's only you. You hardly qualify as high-ranking. But, threat or not, you won't leave this place alive. Prepare to
Guess I have to fight.
It's weird how deep his voice sounds. Also, as soon as I pause, I think you will have noticed how late Gabak's Gabak's face changed during the dialogue. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if that was an error. Either way, it's you know. But as I was saying, I know who that little girl is, not just because.
Looks like I'm late, but I won't let you harm anyone else.
Not just because I played this before. Another thing, they changed this weaponry as you saw here to red. Which is weird because I expected it to be green like on songs or orange like it used to be. Instead, it's red. I'm not complaining about that, I'm just pointing out the facts. Which, again, I know probably the only one that cares about that.
Fight! Victory will be mine! I won't lose! It's over! KOs! If only I had gotten here sooner.
Ow! Damn it. Did it again. Lost track.
So, you can wield talismans as well as you can a sword. You're either working for a monk or are one yourself. No matter, your talisman magic is no match for the great Gabak. Flash of flame, scorching land, howling inferno at my command. Manifest and come to my aid.
His spells are powerful, but I can handle them.
Now, with my conflagration spell keeping you at bay, it's time.
Roaring wind!
Ah! It burns! Why you?
Gotcha. Farewell.
He was good. I see now it was the fragments he was after.
Shame on you, Sword of Cursed Flames. You know I can't fight well here.
Apologies, Princess. Things will go more smoothly next time. At least they should.
It's fine. I must admit I'm enjoying myself.
Princess? Really? She's not a princess.
I've returned, Royal Inspector.
There's no need for titles. I've been retired for some time now. Please, call me Seong-Gyeong. So, how did it go?
I wrapped the fragments in talismans as you instructed. There are 3 in total. With these, I believe I have atoned for my past.
Indeed, fine work. I will excise these fragments and prepare them for the Mirror of Evil's bane in these ruins. And the talismans I provided you were useful?
Very. They'll no doubt help me contend with those fiends.
I see. Then it may finally be time for you to venture west. Here, take these new talismans. I'm afraid there aren't many. I am expert in talisman magic. Viewing them with profound power is bone-breaking work. Even the convenient ones take time to prepare.
Thank you. I'll put these to use.
Do not use them with reckless abandon, particularly the talisman will. That talisman temporarily affords you a deal of power. The longer the adept, the more it takes. Given your no doubt drain you of your life. You would do well to remember that, Hwang Seong-Gyeong. After all, he died once before.
Excuse me? I thought that was just Soul Calibur 5. Which I'm actually saying this, you know, outside of everything. I assume, like, apparently there was a thing that apparently he died in Soul Calibur 5. And, or rather, he became manifested. It's one of those two, I can't remember which. Either way, you know, apparently he became corrupted, which also plays into this, because in Soul Calibur 5, the custom character, the Devil Jin, apparently I was told that it was Hwang using the Devil Jin style. But we can get into that later. Now, Hwang Chapter 2, 1588 AD, clouds of suspicion. Hwang Seong-Gyeong has long fought his bravery for the safety of his country and the people he holds dear. His 2 quests for the Soul Edge, the so-called Sword of Salvation, have made him a national hero. His exploits spun into heroic sagas. After returning to Korea from abroad, he takes up his Coast Guard position once again, tracking Soul Edge. While the information he uncovers troubles him. Fraught with doubt, he makes for the Seong-Gyeong, his home away from home, to seek the counsel of his master Seong-Gyeong. Comprises the human heart. Is it holy light? Is it darkness broken with sword scars? We'll soon find out.
I haven't been back to Jiri-san in some time now. Was it here they wanted me to wait? It was also many moons ago that I brought Mina here, to Master. I wonder if she's still as scrappy as she's always been.
Pretty much.
Well, if it isn't the esteemed Sir Hwang Seong-Gyeong, then for whom might you be waiting?
Oh, I was told to wait here for...
Dude. It's her.
Mina! You sounded like a completely different person.
Caught you off guard, huh? You wouldn't be the first to act so surprised. Come on, we can catch up while we walk.
So, I guess you've been keeping up with your studies?
That's right. I've been going over the 4 books and 5 classics again. I never used to like that stuff, but it really got me thinking. I should really treat my father with more respect. I've caused him a lot of trouble.
I never thought I'd hear you, of all people, say something like that.
Hey! What's that supposed to mean? I also figure if I start buckling down more, maybe my father will turn a blind eye when I need him to.
There's the Mina I remember.
There's there's the Dojang. Okay, I should probably put my formal airs back on. Hey, that reminds me. Remember Yun-sung? He's come a long way.
Why should they bring him into this?
Thank you for taking the time to see me, Master.
No need to thank me. I very much enjoy these periodic visits. Thank you, Mina, for escorting Hwang here. Now then.
I'll prepare a cup of the citron tea you're so fond of. With that, I leave you two to your conversation.
Hwang, I must thank you for all that you've done for Mina. It seems that second trip away from home has changed her for the better. I have you to thank for that.
Actually, the second journey might have done us both a world of good.
Many suitors have visited us, asking for Mina's hand in marriage. As her father, Well, we haven't time for that today. Please, tell me more about what troubles you.
Thank you. I wanted to talk to you about the Sword of Salvation, Soul Edge.
Which is nothing like the name sounds.
Hwang's mind reeled as he thought back on his second journey. Much of the information he risked his life to gather centered around one sword. Those seeking longevity call it the key to eternal youth. Those craving wealth know it as the treasure of kings. And to those defending their homeland, it is the Sword of Salvation.
The veracity of this information, however, is unclear.
What are you suggesting, Hwang? No. Say no more.
Master, do you think the Soul Edge might actually be the Sword of Salvation?
Answering for him, by the way. In case some of you don't remember, and I believe I mentioned this in the Seong-Gyeong campaign, Seong-Gyeong is actually available to play as. And, of course, if you remember my Calibur 2 gameplay, if that's still on YouTube, you remember that Yun-sung was a playable character using Hwang's style. It's because Yun-sung learned from Han-myung as well. One of the students, in fact, it was stated once that he was part of. He looked up to Hwang, and he was adopted by Hwang. Sorry. Anyways, Hwang Chapter 3, 1988 AD, Servants of Salvation. The second journey, Hwang unearthed some disquieting information that will cause to one conclusion. Soul Edge is no salvation, the sword of destruction instead. However, revealing that suspicion is far too dangerous in a country ravaged by both intel and power struggles and foreign aggression. Yet consumed as Hwang is by his homeland's plight, he doesn't notice the evil lurking right beside him, waiting to grab hold. To accomplish great things, sacrifices must be made. The question is, sacrifice.
I now see what has you so troubled. You are aware of the power struggle between Easterners and Westerners, yes?
I am. Rumors of the Sword of Salvation spread among the Westerners, but East rejected it.
Indeed. Many Westerners are fervently searching for Soul Edge as we speak. They were the ones who suggested His Majesty's search for it.
And I was among those tasked with seeking it out.
We of the Seong have chosen not to take sides, allowing us to remain independent and unaffected by such political squabbles. But given that my friend and your compatriot Yi Sun-shin is an Easterner, we may soon find ourselves embroiled in a struggle.
No doubt my misgivings about the Sword of Salvation will draw attention as well.
The fighting has only worsened years. Chol, the leader of the Westerners, would purge all in his way if given the chance.
This is no time to start a civil war.
You have always been selfless, keen to serve others. But now is not the time to throw caution to the wind.
But we can't let this conflict consume our homeland. I have to...
Hwang, you must learn to do what's best for yourself. If Mina is capable of such change, then so are you.
I'm sorry to put you through this, Mina.
The citron tea's gotten cold. I brought Father some, but maybe I'll just drink this one myself. Forgive me, Hwang. I couldn't help it over here.
It's okay. Perhaps I do need to change.
Well, I think you'll be fine anyway. But if you ask me, you shouldn't change to fit someone else's idea of you. I mean, people change if and when they feel it's necessary. That's the one thing I didn't learn from you.
Mina,
Oh, here! I brought some yakwa. Try some.
Thanks. It's sweet. Very soft.
I know, right? I made them myself. All that talk of Westerners got me thinking. Do you know anything about the Society of Salvation?
No, I can't say that I do.
When a Westerner named Hwang Gabak tried to sweet-talk me, he mentioned something about knowing how to make full use of the Soul Edge.
That's not good.
Hwang Gabak told Mina that the Society of Salvation formed in just the past year. It's comprised primarily of young Westerners. It seems the Society possesses jewels connected to the Sword of Salvation. Rumor has it, a medium channels the jewel's power to aid followers in their quest for the sword. For what purposes the Society wields this power, or how they intend to use the Sword of Salvation, remains a mystery to those outside their ranks.
Hwang Gabak, huh? Sometimes I forget Mina isn't a child anymore. Men are courting her now.
Jealous.
That Society of Salvation you mentioned sounds a lot like a group called the Qualifiers I ran into once. They were undone by their own nefarious ways, but the Society's plans are yet in motion. Who's there?
You're Seong-Gyeong Hwang, aren't you? I am called Oct. Pleasure to meet you.
What is a child like you doing out alone at this hour?
Worried about me, are you? That's cute. 1 week from today, the Society of Salvation will gather in the royal capital. A national hero like you is more than welcome to attend.
Is this some sort of trap? Probably worth a look, even if it is.
So you also notice that, apparently, actually you won't know this, but anyways, Oct is not that child's true name. At least, that's not the name I know her by. I know her by something else. But you'll find that out later. Hwang Chapter 4, 5808 AD. Follow the cursed flames. A dark shadow has fallen over the capital city, the Society of Salvation. Despite their seemingly benign name, it becomes clear that they pose a threat to the entire country. So Hwang Seong-Gyeong slips into the gatherings to investigate. His face beneath the mask jumps straight into the shadowy tunnel. Fire burns away all. At least one would think that.
So this is what a gathering looks like. A crowd this big should keep me hidden.
Look! It's Lord Gabok! Shh! He's about to speak!
That's weird.
Beloved compatriots of the Society of Salvation, thank you for meeting in such troubling times. Rest assured that we Westerners and the Society at large remain undaunted. For the Sword of Salvation would ensure we emerge from this crisis victorious.
So that's one Gabak. He doesn't act like a typical government official.
And to that end, we have a very special guest. Someone you all know well. I am, of course, speaking of the hero who traveled the world and back twice in search of Soul Edge. Hwang Seong-Gyeong!
What?
It seems the young warrior is hiding. Perhaps he doesn't do well in front of crowds. Fear not. Our medium will divine his location with these jewels, a task far simpler than finding the Sword of Salvation.
That's the child I saw earlier. What's going on here?
There you are. I have you.
What the? I feel weak.
What is this?
Behold, a simple feat. Here you are standing before us. However, roaring skies, trembling soil, wailing souls on this mortal coil, manifest and come to my aid.
Does it feel like the correct
Not
voice
standing anymore, are you?
for an enemy?
A pleasure to meet you, Hwang Seong-Gyeong. I am Gabak, Sword of Cursed Flames. But soon you'll have no need to remember that.
Oh shit.
Curse you. What have you done to these people?
I've used the fragments of Soul Edge to absorb their souls. Just as you predicted, that sword houses an incredible evil.
I'm going to put a stop to you.
You're too late. But don't worry, I need you alive. You're going to murder high-ranking members of the Westerner faction. Then we'll blame the Easterners, and everyone will be purged. Heroes, officials, the military, all who stand in our way.
You're insane if you think I'd do that.
Oh, you will do it. Once the seed of evil I've planted in you blooms, you'll become my own personal assassin.
What's happening? I'm losing control.
Not good.
Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. Have you killed that arrogant? Well, I couldn't eat after the blow she dealt me.
Me? Nah.
Yes, that's her. She dared to deceive me, you see.
You did it first.
She hasn't changed after all. Well, if I have to change, then I'm doing it on my own terms!
No!
Turned his blade on himself, did he? Well, heroes certainly know how to die in style, don't they? Now, to reduce this place to ashes and make our escape.
Damn, just a week. Something to be for a month or a year. It's not like he needs the food anyways, he's malvested. Also, there's something else to the title he was given as well. That I believe we'll find out eventually, like in this story, if I recall correctly. Okay, anyways. Hwang, Chapter 5, 1589 AD. Secret Royal Inspector. Having fallen into the Society's trap, the hero of Korea begins to transform into a raging beast. In desperate effort to fight the evil threatening to attack him, he raises his own sword high and drives it deep into his own chest. Be they twisted villains or valiant heroes, or mortals, are equal from death. It seems even destiny takes a race. Oh, I mean, the case, but he wasn't meant to die.
Where am I?
It's only natural you still ache. After 3 months of healing, you still haven't fully recovered.
3 months?
Your wounds were nearly fatal. It's a miracle you've recovered this quickly. Thanks go to your parents for giving you such a strong constitution. But now is not the time for rest. You must learn to master talismans and the basic magic.
Master spells?
Correct. You'll be contending with otherworldly entities like Gabok. Using ordinary techniques will only end in your defeat.
Do you know him, Huck?
Of course. He brings our clan great shame and must be stopped at all costs. We share a common goal, I. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Seong-Gyeong, former secret royal inspector. Follow me. I am unable to leave the country. You will travel the world in my stead, in search of the Soul Edge fragments. It is your duty, who brought part of Soul Land.
It's a bit harsh.
Soo-hyun regaled Hwang with tales of exploits, Taoist methodology, and talismans. He learned that Soul Edge is a cursed blade, often called the Sword of Destruction. It feeds on the souls of men. Now shattered, its fragments were scattered the world over. What few Hwang recovered fell back into Gabok's hands. Gabok intended to plunge Korea into chaos, using the power of the fragments, then gather as many souls as he could to complete Soul Edge.
I see. I had no idea I brought such calamity to our land.
You are not to blame. The fragments are practically powerless on their own, but the Society of Salvation knows how to make proper use of Soul Edge. Instead, the deeds accomplished on your journey were actually a great help to me.
They were?
Indeed. One of the travelers you helped is a most valuable ally of mine. Perhaps you don't remember?
After months of rigorous training, Soo-hyun declares Hwang's preparation complete. But the elderly monk took note of one last obstacle. The seed of evil planted in Hwang's body. Should he come in contact with an evil aura strong enough, the seed would consume him.
The key to this final hurdle is the Mirror of Evil's Bane, found here in the ruins of Motian Pass. It is one of many reasons I am duty-bound to this land. You should, under the right conditions, be able to make use of its purifying power.
So that's why you've been in ruins.
Indeed, they must never fall into the hands of Gabok Ilk. At any rate, I only know what I've been told of the mirror, so I do not know precisely how it works. Still, if you gather enough fragments, you should be able to purge the evil from your body. However, you do not yet have the power to rid yourself of the seed. Here, take this talisman.
What is it?
It is a talisman of iron will. It drains some of your life to afford you immense strength for a short time. Evil can do you no harm while it is active. The stronger the adept, the more life it drains. If Gabok discovers this, I'm afraid you won't be able to defeat him. Fortunately for you, he thinks you are dead. It is for this reason that you must now fight as this nameless warrior.
And thus he did. Which brings us to this.
You're right. I did indeed die back then. The man known as Hwang Seong-Gyeong is gone.
Does this trouble you?
No. I'm more focused than ever on the task at hand. My only concern is worrying those at the Seong-Gyeong. All the more reason to gather the Soul Edge fragments as quickly as possible.
Indeed. An ally of mine dwells where you are headed. Seek their aid should you need it.
Thank you, Soo-hyun. I'm off.
Kind of curious which ally she was talking about. The one that Hwang helps. Now we get into some other things. Hwang Chapter 6, 1589 AD. Different lands, same purpose. Hwang should have been dead. It's his link to Seong which keeps him bound to this world. It's found by the Taoist monk Won Soo-hyun, who employs him as the country's secret royal inspector. With the new title, Hwang sets off from his home country to Eastern Europe. The hazard that accompanies there is gathering shards of the cursed sword. Those who walk the bloody path can stain their hands.
This is the place.
Oh, you look like a traveler. We've got everything you might need. Drinks, provisions, souvenirs, the works.
These merchants have a secret phrase I learned on my previous journey. Has the Silver Maiden returned from the valley?
She hunted a rare beast not long ago. Care to take a closer look?
Yeah, I do.
Down the stairs in the back.
This is probably how Hwang was able to get an easy entry.
To think that Feegle Sestimus would hide one of their temples underneath a quiet town like this. It's not as big as the last one, but to build a place this size underground. It's leading me further in. Here we are. The evil in it leaves no doubt. That burning smell. Is that smoke?
Intruders! Of all heretics have set fire to the temple!
Evolve? Is that yet another group?
Where are the heretics?
Ha! I will cut you down!
Uh-oh. I thought my diversion would work, but it seems not all of you are fools.
So it was you who lit that fire. Didn't you think of the danger to those in the town above?
I've no obligation to explain my actions to you. That fragment of soul edge is mine.
Beg to differ, but I will fight you for it anyways. Pay attention to his style. And when I say style, I mean combat style. It's something to really watch for. And I'm genuinely speaking here. As soon as this goes. Come on.
Not impressed!
I see that you are quite a skilled opponent.
You say that, but you haven't yet used your spear. I feel insulted.
I feel the need to ask. Are you one of these mad cultists?
If you want to know, why not ask those guys?
Of course. A wise idea.
Strike, you left! Victory will be mine! Taste my blade! My soul burn with purpose!
Over here!
No! My true strength!
I got this! Time's up! How did this happen?
Now, I mentioned the star thing first.
Foolish intruders. There's nowhere to run.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
My apologies for doubting you. How about I cook you dinner to make up for it?
Sounds fun, but let me think about it. First things first.
Indeed. Let's cut our way free.
It's weird that Wilhelm joined the Evolve organization.
Lord Wilhelm, Sir Hwang, that was a beautiful diversion. Thanks to you, we were able to learn a great deal about their temple. We'd greatly appreciate it if you could assist us like this again.
No, thank you. That information you gave me has been a lifesaver. I never thought I would be addressed by name this far from home.
Seong-Gyeong has long been an ally of ours. Rest assured, your secret is safe.
You'll continue to work on a cure and gather information on Lord Grow, then?
Of course, we're keeping Lord Dion and Lady Natalie of the 12 abreast of the situation as well. Lord Dion will soon be joining our chapter here. Would you care to meet him, Sir Hwang?
You would let someone of my stature meet a high-ranking member so easily?
Of course. You've proven most helpful to the Evolve organization.
And how is that?
I'm sure Lord Dion would gladly answer that question.
Understood. Once I've finished my investigation, I'll make my way back.
We get to meet Dion!
Do you really intend to go to Ostrensburg? It is suicide to head there alone right now.
I do. I need to examine the traces of the catastrophe that Soul Edge brought to this world.
Then you would do well to stop by Wolf Krone on your way. With a letter from me, you will be shown a royal welcome at the palace.
Thanks for the offer, but I don't want to impose. Speaking of which, that Google hoof, was it? It was great. You're a pretty good...
I'm glad it, and that you have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, Mina always... that. It is thanks to a friend.
Hmm? Who is this friend? I won't pry if you don't wish to tell, but I am curious.
It's hard to explain. She's my master's daughter, and, well... How do I really feel about Mina? She's like a sister to me. But is that all?
Ah, she must be very important to you. All the more reason not to die.
Yeah. Thanks for the warning. I sure hope Mina's safe.
You know, when I first saw that, I thought it felt really awkward. But, I think that's it. That's awkward now. Excuse me. What was all of it? So, after I heard about the Google Home being a sweet dish, I felt tempted to, look it up and see what it's like. I haven't done so yet, but, the temptation's still there. But we'll get into that later. Chapter 7, 1598. The Terror of Strasbourg. New information from the evolved resolution. Affiliates of his own master, Seong-Gyeong. Hwang makes for Strasbourg. Stronghold of the Ashen Knights. Its wield so ash. The crumbled castle is once again filled with love and steady. The organization was Hwang, infiltrating into his incredibly dangerous. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Hwang's resolve is unshaken. Excuse me.
Ostrheinsburg Castle. I must be close. This evil aura is overwhelming. If I venture any closer, it may trigger the seed of evil inside me. Who's there? Show yourself.
Siegfried!
My name is Siegfried Stauffen. Once I... never mind. There's no time for introductions. If you're making for Ostrheinsburg Castle, I have a favor to ask.
That giant sword on his back. He must be one skilled fighter. If it's important, I'll hear you out.
Thank you. There are people held prisoner inside the castle. I want you to save them. Take this map. It shows a secret passage into the underground dungeon.
I'll believe you. What are you going to do?
I need to go. Somewhere far away.
I won't inquire further.
Seriously? I would.
I have no choice but to use a talisman of iron will. I have to hurry, before the talisman takes its toll. Stay quiet and move quickly. Follow the right corridor until you see a hall leading out.
You have our thanks!
You two, hurry and escape.
I can't. They tortured me. I can't move my legs.
Those brutal monsters. Here, grab onto my back.
You have no idea.
That's enough of that now. What do you think you're doing with the fodder?
So, you're the wicked fiend who tortured and imprisoned these people. I recognize him. We fought once long ago. To think he was one of the cursed sword's thralls. Let me ask, what are you planning to do with them?
We're refining their spirits. We need a great number of special souls if we are to resurrect our king. Sadly, souls never seem to ripen enough naturally for our purposes. That's why we're applying a little bit of pressure. Hatred, pain, pleasure, hunger, and so on. Which trials will produce the most scrumptious souls? Alas, we've still not found an answer. That is why we cannot have our subjects escaping.
You certainly like to talk about your vile misdeeds, you twisted snake.
Vile? I treat them with more courtesy than they'd get from pillaging mercenaries or pathetic mindless malfested. But I doubt you will ever understand.
There's nothing to understand. Sorry, I got distracted. Again. So yes, Jiro is featured in this as well. But he's not the only one. Ah. Ow. Sticking in my arm too much.
Battle 1.
No.
Fight! Not impressed! Victory will be mine! Perish! Lightning storm! Cease!
Calm yourself. I seek not your life.
Battle 2. Fight!
I remember well your skill and your strength, Mr. Hwang, Seong-Gyeong.
So my memory was right. I'm disappointed, Johan.
Yes, apparently they left.
Calm yourself. Calm yourself. I seek not your life.
Battle 3. Fight!
My
I
soul
knew
burned
you
with
were.
purpose! What? You laugh. It's over! I have the advantage! No, my true strength! There's no escape!
That's pretty sweet.
This victory is for my homeland.
Isn't that cool? Oh yeah!
How wonderful! Not only your skill, but also that delightful darkness lurking in your heart.
Darkness lurking in my heart?
Everyone has a great darkness inside them, and sometimes it wears a mask of justice. However, people like you are incapable of noticing it on your own. Fortunately, our king can open that shadowy door for you.
This king you speak of, is he Soul Edge's new bearer?
The Azure Knight was once defeated and once reborn. Did you not meet him yourself mere hours ago?
I met this Azure Knight? He couldn't mean that man.
Our king is a bit of a capricious sort. He sometimes leaves to wander and roam. But soon that habit will be rightfully repressed. It's a mere passing fit, after all. Now, enough idle chatter. You are the victor, so you may take your prize. This castle is a vile den of malfested. I would recommend you hurry out. You would do well to protect those who have already fled. Otherwise, they may just be hunted down by those mindless Malfested roaming about.
You dirty.
We'll happily await your return, great hero of justice, Hwang Seong-Gyeong!
That's the way he used to be. You know,
How do you feel? Can you move?
Not well, but I think I can walk. I am your country's enemy. Why do you provide me aid?
War is but a clash of competing values. Friend and foe can change at any moment. But this is no battlefield, so you are merely another in need.
You're too soft. I appreciate your kindness, though.
The talisman's effect has worn off. This drain is far worse than the last. What matters most, though, is ensuring my survival remains a secret.
Unfortunately, Jira kind of poked a hole in that plan. Especially with this. Seong-Gyeong side story, chapter 1. Continues 9 AD. The Knights finishes. No sign of Hwang. 3 months have passed since he left on his third journey. Westerners have been terrorizing everybody with execution after execution. Hwang is being watched closely, so he can't even leave. Seong-Gyeong had to do something. Now, I know that reading in third person is strange, but it feels weird for me to have to read that in my voice as Seong-Gyeong. You know, 6 of 1.
Father, do you have a moment?
Oh, Mina. What is it, my child?
Well, I was wondering if there was any news about Hwang?
No. I'm afraid I haven't heard anything. The investigation of the Society of Salvation in Won-Gabak is progressing slowly. Rather, it's proving extraordinarily difficult. The leader of the Westerners, Chung Chol's appointment to Right State Councilor has altered the power dynamic in the court, stoking fear.
Oh, I see.
I was such a fool for telling Hwang he had to change. The boy's parents died when he was just a child. Do what is right. Help those in need and never lose heart. His parents' creed shaped the man he's become. I knew that. And yet I still told him what I did.
Father, that's all in the past. There's no point in worrying about it now. Hwang's alive. I know he is. If you really want to tell him how you feel, you can do so when you see him next, right?
Indeed. How right you are, my child.
Hwang's alive?
So it seems. I heard it was Greatblade who ran into him.
Huh. Well, if that old-timer said he met him, then it must be true. Oh, to make such an embarrassing mistake after all this progress, I'm so disappointed in myself.
Don't be so hard on yourself, you're doing well enough. You've empowered Westerner leaders, invented a convincing story about Easterner rebellion, purged our rivals.
My, to what do I owe all this praise, Princess?
I have to say I find tendencies quite endearing.
Now, is that sarcasm I detect?
Why Why would you say that? I happen to think very highly of you. Fierce sword of the Inquisitor doesn't make for much fun. You, however, do.
I know, right? Let's continue to make things interesting then, shall we? If Hwang Seong-Gyeong is alive, how about we label the Seong-Gyeong a band of rebels and have them purged as well? Maybe proof of Easterner ties will be discovered at their dojang.
Not entirely sure where Jiri-san lies in Korea. I know it's South Korea, but not sure where. By the way, in case you're wondering who the Sword of the Inquisitor is, well, actually, in case you're wondering first, yes, the Sword of the Inquisitor is a person. You'll notice that a lot of Nightmare's minions have titles, not just Sinister Sable and Base Vet, which is Astaroth and Aeon Calcos, but also so did some of the others, like Gabok being Sword of Burning Flames, and Johann Jura being Great Blade. Sword of the Inquisitor is somewhat familiar, but that's all I'll say for now. Hwang Chapter 8, 1589 AD. Astral Fissure. Hwang saved the cult's captives, but his good deeds will go unnoticed, for the world thinks him dead. Everyone has a great darkness inside them, and sometimes it wears the mask of justice. The words of Johann Jura, severed to the cursed sword, cast a shadow on his heart. He has to be with Dion at the 12 of the Evolve organization. When night falls, the stars still pull. Also, I'll say this, I didn't expect them to give Dion a voice, but turns out they actually already have. If you go through the...
You must be Sir Hwang Seong-Gyeong. It is an honor to meet you. I am Dion. I have the privilege of belonging to the 12 of the Eval organization.
The 12 are the elite of the organization, are they not? To be greeted so graciously by one of your stature makes the honor all mine.
I would be remiss not to greet someone who aided our esteemed ally.
I'm sorry?
I speak of the Lady of the Lake. We think of her as the symbol of the Eval organization's long and storied history.
Of course you do.
Dion regaled Hwang with stories of the Eval organization and its past. Hwang then shared with Dion what information he had gathered on his journeys. The conversation eventually turned to Hwang's infiltration of Ostrheinsburg.
I see. So it's come to human experimentation, has it? The situation is far more dire than I thought. The individual you encountered was Johann Greatblade, the leader of the Malfested. He is a cunning who once entered the Wolf-Crony kingdom under the guise of a human to try to murder the regions.
A Malfested who's disguised himself as a human, yet takes a sword's name. The man who entrapped me, Wan Gabak, also had a blade maker, Sword of Curses. I assume he ranks highly among the Malfested.
You're a one, Sir Hwang. You assume correctly.
Hwang Seong-Gyeong, can you hear me?
What is this? The talisman is speaking to me.
Soo-hyun, is something the matter?
Soo-hyun? What's wrong?
Given the severity of the situation, I'm using magic to conjure an image of myself. I'm sure this begs further questions, but they will have to wait. I cannot maintain this for long, so listen well.
The Westerners are targeting the Seong-Gyeong.
I'm afraid so. You must return at once.
Understood. When will Gabak begin his siege?
Perhaps as soon as a week from today.
A week? There's no way I can return to Korea in a short amount of time.
I'm aware of that. But I fear the worst.
There may be a way for you to return in time, but it is neither safe nor guaranteed to work.
I don't care. If there's even the slightest chance I can make it, I'll take the risk.
Very well then. If you are willing to walk a bit, I have somewhere I'd like to take you.
Guess who they meet?
What is about to occur here must remain a secret. I am only allowing this because the Aval organization owes you a great debt. It appears they've come. How fortunate for us you were so close. It's good to see you, Conduit. I did not call you here for another experiment. No, today I'd like to make proper use of this device.
Very well. I'll do what I can. That's right. The man from Neighbor Souls has come. I don't know what it is, I should say.
That hole just opened out of thin air.
This is what we call an Astral Fissure. It is a gateway to a chaotic alternate dimension. That same dimension is the source of evil aura. The weak of mind will be consumed by its power. There have been several reports of individuals using fissures to travel thousands of miles in an instant, though they remain unverified.
Though I hesitate to operate on blind faith, I have no other choice. I will use the fissure.
I bid you safe passage, Sir Hwang.
Thank you for your help, Lord Dion. Farewell.
This is going to suck for him.
So this is the chaotic dimension. It's awash in a powerful evil aura. I will reach the other side of this fissure, even if it costs me every last talisman.
I gotta say, I'm liking this new style to Hwang as well. I mean, I expected something different when he was first announced, but, you know, I'm not unpleased with this. In fact, it's rather nice to see a change of pace. Some meaner side story, chapter 2, 1589 AD. Gentle verb. Forgive me, Father, I have let you, because now I realize that I have to protect them this time. So worry about me. Wait, I'm searching for. Take care of yourself, right? Love. Half I had to step this into her father's room. But alas, thunder and scream distracts her. Again, I'm making this up.
You're a stubborn one. Just admit defeat.
I will not be bested.
You're being very naughty.
You.
Father!
So, he finally goes down. Tougher than most humans, I'll give him that.
You use strange techniques! You coward!
Of course I do! Do you really think I'd fight fair against Korea's god of martial arts?
Not really, but...
With all my careful prep, I actually managed to take him down. All that's left is some fun with you, and burn this dojang to the ground.
Think so. I won't let that happen!
That's right, folks, we're using Mina now. Okay. Which I actually find strange, that she's the only one that, like, of this whole series, she's the only one that has her whole name used in this. You know, this being someone who has a first and last name, so people like Astaroth, Taki, Voldo, no, Astaroth, Taki, and several others just use the one name thing. They don't exactly count.
Foolish girl! You lack the strength to stop me!
Oh, really? Let's test that theory! I'll never step down!
Ready?
I'm assuming
You're getting sluggish. Ready?
I'll never lose! I'll never lose! Now! Take that!
damn it.
I'll never lose!
Can't win them all.
I win.
Give up already! No human can best my magical barrier.
Yeah, but she's no quitter.
If only I were stronger.
If memory serves, you gave me quite a beating some time ago, and I never repaid you. Here, take one of my better spells. Flash of flame, scorching land, howling inferno at my command. Manifest and come to my aid. I will burn every ounce of flesh you have. Conflagration!
Use the wrong voice for Calibur.
Hwang!
Roaring wind!
Oh, hot! Oh, wait, this seems familiar.
Shit, dummy.
Ah! You? Hwang Seong-Gyeong, what are you doing here?
I clawed my way out of hell so I could end you.
What? This strength. So, you're using a talisman of iron will. And with that many. Interesting. I think I see what's going on here. Excellent! Princess! Fortune is finally smiling upon us. We must hurry back to the ruins of Motian Pass.
Are we going to just let Hwang go?
Don't worry about him. Those life-sucking talismans of iron will kill him for us.
I'll just take you down before I run out.
Oh, that was far too close. You just stay here and be a good little boy. We can play once the mirror of evil's bane destroyed.
Stop, Gabak! Damn. Is the effect already wearing off?
Hwang!
Mina, I'm okay.
do this to yourself? These talismans are draining your life, aren't they? They'll kill you.
It's not too concerned with that.
Let it drain some of mine instead.
It's too dangerous. Get away from me.
No!
hell?
Why do you always do this? Why do you always push me away? We promised we would protect our homeland together, didn't we? And yet you still shoulder the burden of your own. It's not fair!
I'm sorry, Mina.
There you go apologizing like you always do. Look, it's not that I want you to change. I know this is part of who you are. I just want you to let me help you for once.
Mina.
Please stop treating me like a child. I'm capable of handling myself now.
You're right. Thanks for helping me see that.
Of course, if we were in modern times, she'd actually be considered an adult. Okay. Hwang Chapter 9. It's an internet. Well, actually, I'm going to say this first. I had no idea about the talismans were like that on his chest. Yeah, take a closer look at that once we're done. Hwang Chapter 9. It's an 89 AD. Clash of Meteor Pass. The cursor was 7-1 Gabuk. Leaves Seong-Gyeong and heads for the ruins of Meteor Pass. He has one goal: to destroy the sacred mirror in his moon. The cracks in one Seong-Gyeong's guard are becoming apparent. Though Gabuk has fallen to evil, his talent as a monk is still formidable. So, Hwang's determined to cut through the darkness, no matter who stands in his way.
Wow, these ruins bring back so many memories. I must thank you for gathering so many fragments of Soul Edge, Soo-hyun.
There's just the difference.
You dispelled the barrier you've maintained for years just to inform Hwang of Seong-Gyeong's impending doom. You're so naive, despite how harsh you always were on me. A barrier like that would cause even an immortal like you to wither away. That must have been so exhausting, dear sister.
Greed blinds you still, I see. You didn't realize I took down the barrier on purpose to lure you in.
Listen to you! Defiant even in the face of danger.
Not going to destroy the Mirror of Evil's Bane?
Hmm? Oh, yes, I was just about to do that.
Oh no, you don't. Raging heavens!
Sneaking snake, tortoise shell, opposition I will quell. Absolute protection! I had a feeling you would show your face, Seong-Gyeong. And I see you discovered the solution to your Talisman of Iron Will problem!
Solution?
The adverse effects of the talisman can be shouldered by another set. That wretched girl has done so for you, hasn't she? You, the girl, Soo-hyun, the bond you all share is so touching. Princess, allow us to become one and show this fool the strength of our bond.
You say the most disturbing things at times, Sword of Cursed Flames. But very well. I'll lend you my power.
Behold! This is the ultimate power! And it is with this power that I will purge this world of its false beauty.
One Gabak, sword of cursed flames. I shall vanquish the evils of the ages!
I liked his original look better. Less of the haunting mummy thing. You know what I mean? Come on. Oh, that was weird. Sorry, that was something else. Let's get into this.
Fight me! I won't let the spirit you've given me go to waste. You're good. You last. Resolve!
I feel the power flowing through me!
That's
you last. Resolve!
See the ones on man?
You last. Resolve!
Wait a minute.
Boulder! You're open!
That was
I'll feel you! Boulder!
Let's go. There's snakes.
What's wrong? Can you do nothing but cower?
I don't know if I can withstand this, but if I can just endure it a bit longer.
Why does my body grow heavy?
You see, the stronger the adept, the faster and more punishing the drain.
What? No! You use the talisman of Iron Will on me!
Hwang, now's your chance to lead him before the Mirror of Evil's Bane.
Right.
Well done. Heaven's truth, illumination, crystal skies, Earth's formation, chasing winds, swift salvation. Manifest and come by aid. Now, Hwang, knock him into the center of the mirror.
Purifying blade!
No! Not the light!
Afraid of the light, are we? Now, the Mirror of Evil's Bane, it sort of reminds me of the double power ego, which makes me wonder if, you know, Mirror of Evil's Bane also came from some Calibur, or if the Mirror's Bane helped, the Evil's Bane helped to develop some Calibur. Questions that I hope will be answered. Hwang Chapter 10. 1589 AD, the secret royal battle master. Blade master, I'm sorry. Sometime after the fight against Hwang, Hwang Seong-Gyeong returns to the capital to report the threat of Stone Edge as a sword of destruction. However, he keeps some secrets to himself. The evils of the age are still at large, evils that must be cut down. The truth lies within the shadows. Shadows become unfold.
You've done well, Hwang. I apologize I could not be of more help.
No, I should be apologizing to you. I'm sorry I could not keep you abreast of the situation.
I did not think Soul Edge would end up being the sword of destruction. It is most fortunate you were able to resolve this matter and keep it a secret in a month's time.
It is all thanks to the advice you and many others provided me.
I would not have peace of mind if I were incapable of that much. I trust that henceforth, you will follow the path you believe to be just. Know that the Seong-Gyeong will protect you from those who would do you harm.
You are too kind, Master.
Oh.
Leaving so soon, Hwang?
Yeah, I am. I've been summoned.
I'll be waiting for you. That's all I'll say for now.
Telling her the truth about Soul Edge will only cause problems. I'm sure I'll be able to tell her everything someday. If I want to protect her and the others I care about, I need to get her. Right.
Some truth.
I'll be back. Until then, take care.
I'm sorry about before. I promise I'll get even stronger so you can talk to me about anything. Just you wait and see.
Oh, Mina. I'll hold you to that.
Take care, Hwang.
Thanks. You too.
The cool's voices are being raised because they're walking, well, the kids walking away from,
This is quite the failure. Veer and Zex will no doubt make fools of us.
You worry too much. We just got a little carried away is all. In time, we'll lay waste to Korea and Japan. At least we had fun, right? Or rather, Seong-Gyeong fellow. I'm sure we could get along just fine. Try my hand at Coaxy Corner next time?
Do whatever you want. I'll at least enjoy watching you try. Oh, but do take our progress reports more seriously, Sword of Cursed Flames. You will anger those who sworn fealty to Nightmare.
Yeah. How can I take it seriously when I'm addressed as Sword of Cursed Flames, though? If anything, it's their fault for giving me such a cool name.
Do you want Nightmare to kill you? That would be a waste of the power you've been given.
Who's to say no?
I apologize for the wait, Soo-hyun.
There you are, Secret Royal Inspector Hwang Seong-Gyeong. I have a new mission for you. A domestic issue this time. Head to the capital. An individual swayed by stories of the Sword of Salvation has obtained a fragment of the cursed sword. To make matters worse, an enemy spy has caught wind of this as well. See to it that you procure this fragment.
Understood. Though, I'm not so sure I deserve the Secret Royal Inspector title.
Think of it as an extra line of defense. Westerners would think twice before laying a hand on my successor. Now go forth and never lose sight of the objective.
Right off.
I still have my doubts about him. But we must ensure he can do this much, yes? After all, if what you say is true, then his ships are still yet to come.
Wait.
Darkness envelops the moonless night. One man's blade flashes like lightning, his spirit a raging storm. From the shadows, he cuts through the darkness. His name is Hwang Seong-Gyeong. When the light of hope grows dim, a hero continues to fight for the land and people he loves. The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
The story may fade to myth, the legend will never die. I'm sorry, I just like providing my own commentary like that. By the way, what I meant to say about Seong-Gyeong, when I wasn't able to, was the way her hair changed colours, and that she sort of youthened. It's a bit, if that's a proper term. Now let's take a look at Hwang's portrait. Name is Hwang Seong-Gyeong, gender is male, birthday is August 8th. By the way, he's actually the same age as Ivy. Just a little bit older. Birthplace is Jeollyeong, Korea. Present-day South Korea. Height is 176 centimeters, which is actually 5'8", so he's a little bit taller than previous games. Weight is 79 kilograms, which I believe is 123 pounds. Blood type is AB, rarest. Weapon is the Po Dao. And the weapon name is Dark Thunder. Now, if you remember from the previous game, Hwang's weapon is actually called Blue Thunder, Blue Storm, depending on which version you played. They changed his sword to this, which also begs my question: what happened to his last sword? Style is Hwang style long sword, which is also known as Hwang Shi Dao Shu, and 6 heavenly arts. Parents deceased, Master is Seong-Gyeong, child of friend is Seong-Mina, Master of Talisman Magic Swan Soo-Hyung. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of rooting for Mina and Hwang to develop a romantic relationship. Now, again, I'm going to tell you read this because my jaw is already tired. Sorry. 10 peaks. Yes. This blacks. Alright. Talking about the sword. Alright, but that also begs the question of what happened to his old sword, because, while I can't show you right now, his sword, like, there's no option to select Blue Thunder or Blue Storm, whichever one it's called, from the customization menu. It's not available. It's everything else but that, actually. Which I find a little strange. But also, while you're reading this, I meant to speak this a while back. There was a video released by, what's the channel name? I can't remember for the life of me, but, you know. When it does come to me, then I will say the name. I think it was a Dynasty or something like that. I relied on him a little bit when it came to new characters coming up. I just had to see the thumbnail. And in the past, it's always been accurate. Amy, Cassandra, Hilda, Setsuka. However, this changed a little bit, because his predicted next character I didn't actually see this video, I'm just addressing those from the thumbnail and the information I gleaned from it. His next character was actually someone else. It wasn't Hwang whatsoever, and it led me to believe that they were going to go back to something that they had allowed in the previous Soul games. By that I mean like in Soul Calibur 1, 2, 5, yeah, 1, 2, and 5. And I believe 6, if I recall correctly. Instead, they did not. They went with this route instead. So I'm not sure if it if it's a sign for something, but you know, while it's on my mind, you know, one can interpret it as waiting to decide whether or not to take a certain path with the next character, which was expected to be in the next DLC. And I keep dancing around the name without actually saying it. There's a reason behind that, because the character has been introduced in this game. And as soon as we're finished, as soon as I'm finished with letting you read through this entire thing, I'll show you who I'm talking about. And I think that's it. Enough time. Pause it for later. Library, encyclopedia, character compendium. Damn it. This was predicted to be the next character. According to Dynasty, if I recall correctly. And that would have been interesting because, you know, they took away Inferno's multi-style system. And that's Edgemaster as well, so if they did that for Inferno, what were they going to do with Edgemaster? Should he be villain? But they didn't allow him in the game. Which also kind of makes sense to me, because it turns out there was a poll for Soul Calibur characters. Let's see if it's up here. I guess not. It's... This is what I'm talking about. Young. Not young. Gabak. Then we have Dion of the 12, by the way, who, if you've been paying attention to the main story, he was a liaison. But anyways, back to the, wait. Showing us that Gro taught him? Huh. I had no idea. Now I'm starting to wonder if they'll include Natalie into this story. She's the youngest member of the task force. Now I actually just made this connection. Apparently, like I'm assuming, like the Evolve organization came from King Arthur, who is, you know, said to be one of the wielders of Soul Calibur. Well, it was actually either him or Lancelot, I'm not sure which. Either way, but the lake was Lake Avalon. Now the Evolve organization, I always wondered where that name came from. Now I got my answer. Well, now I just put together the answer. Avalon. And I didn't realize that they got last names. Anyways. Shit, where was I? Oh yeah, some kind of characters. The strange thing is, they did a poll on, you know, the the Soul Calibur characters. That is so cool. But the problem is that they did a pound all the Soul Calibur characters for favorites. Now I expected expected a two-way tie between Mitsurugi and Siegfried, because they're featured in every single game of the Soul series, with no gaps in between. Well, sort of with Siegfried. But anyways, I expected it to be a two-way tie between him and him being the favourites. This wasn't the case. In fact, Killick was actually tied with Siegfried. The number one favourite overall was Tali. Taki at second. Killick and Siegfried were tied for third, if I recall correctly. But the very bottom of the list was Edgemaster himself. He had the lowest, like a dismally low ranking of 15 votes, I believe. It just surprised me that, went so far down. I expected him to be much higher. Okay, now I'll let you look at these a little bit. That's right. The campaign stuff. Character images. Oh yeah, there's Hwang 1, Hwang 2 without the cap and mask, and then the roaring wind tornado over the yin yang. Oh yes, this is the character design. I don't think I can show Taki's anymore because YouTube's sensitivity. Wait. Oh, executive. That's a first. Oh my god, I so hope that they include weapon designs like that eventually. And the Berserker in the center. Wow! That's something else. Oh my god, is this? I so hope that this is sneak peek stuff. Of course, there's Hwang's final design, as well as, underneath everything. Which is interesting to see him go to orange and black as opposed to his usual blue and lilac color scheme that he had previously. What's these? Sorry. Now we're getting into the pictures that I sort of wanted to delve into. Notice the red on Hwang's chest. I didn't know that's how the talismans worked, that he was just slapping him on his torso as he was running. Bloody hell. Oh, come on, you can't really tell me that you look at this and you just see whether it's just the action count. I'm a romantic at the heart, damn it, I want to see it happen. Watch the stages. I'm not sure if I ever really showed these. Strinesburg Castle, Hall of the Chosen, and the outer appearance, which is actually rather large than I, had initially imagined it to be. Because I expected it to be smaller in scale, but then again I imagine they had to vamp it up for this new game. Because I thought it was just the buildings to the right, not the left whatsoever. But I guess they had to include the Lost Cathedral in there somehow. And of course, Astral Chaos, which you can hear closely. That's Mitsurugi fighting Mitsurugi. Of course, Pedicure Shrine. I guess that's supposed to be the temple entrance. And Master Swordsman's Cave. I I look at some of these stages and my mind immediately goes to, you know, how some of them are carved the way they are. Like, how do you get those back? Combat lessons. I didn't see that. No, we'll get into that later. Okay, so I've well, I'll go into enough of the spiel for now. When we get back, I will delve into new stories here. Which was scratched. I will delve into this, and this in the next Calibur gameplay, which might be coming soon, I think. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you appreciated this video, especially in times like now. You can like, you can comment, you can share this video if you want. You can subscribe to my channel or search my channel to find more videos like this, and I'll get back to you with more gameplays, vlogs, songs, things like that. If you have any questions, comment below. If you have any suggestions for videos, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. Fox Gamer 39618. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much. This is Jasper Fox signing out. Cheers and stay foxy.